Because the next speaker will be Ambassador to the United States of America in Denmark, Mr. Rufus Gifford. Tusind tak. So I'm going to start my speech because it's actually kind of a big day in my house today, and it's min man Stevens' fødselsdag. So I'm actually going to start singing, and the Danes here will know the song, so feel free to sing along, okay? I dag Stevens fødselsdagen, wah, wah, wah. Han sikrer sig en gave for, som han ønsker sig jo, med dejlig chokolade og kager til. He's amazing, so he deserves that. So I've been thinking a lot about what I was going to say today. My last Copenhagen Pride as ambassador. I was thinking that I could stick to the political side because, you know, we have accomplished so much over the course of the last 8 years during the Obama administration. And also talking about the challenges, yeah, seriously. And also talking about the challenges that we continue to face. Both lists truly are numerous. But I decided that I couldn't, because as I was thinking about what I was going to say here today, I started to get emotional. And a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different thoughts immediately came to mind. I found myself thinking about the first time the embassy was marching in these streets of beautiful Copenhagen for Pride. We didn't really know what to expect, and we were greeted by so many hugs and high fives and just thank yous. And I found myself thinking about the tough times. Like when spontaneously a group of 1,000 Danes gathered outside the U.S. Embassy here in Copenhagen to mourn the tragic loss of life of the terrorist attack in Orlando just back in June. I thought about times of celebration like just 10 months ago when so many Danes gathered outside right here, right outside of the Copenhagen City Hall to celebrate Stephen and my marriage. So what I really feel like I need to say today is really, really simple. It's just thank you. Thank you. So many times the last 3 years, people have questioned whether or not I should be as open as I am. My brand as a gay ambassador somehow detrimental to the work that we were doing. And at times I have even questioned it. But then I would get a Facebook message from a young man in Jutland telling me how seeing us together on TV gave him the strength to come out to his parents. On the same day that I was questioned about being open, questioned in the press about being open, I got a message from a young man here in Copenhagen who told me not to listen, that because of us he'd been able to stand up against discrimination at work. An older couple, one of the first to get married in the world, wrote us at our wedding day, thanking us for continuing their fight. A couple without whose leadership I might not be standing here today. So when things like this happen, you just stop questioning. And you remember that the struggle is not over. And Stephen and I, we just want you to know that we remember every wave, every hug, every photo, every Facebook message, every letter. We get thanked so often everywhere we go, but I just want you all to know that I will always feel that it is us that should be thanking you. We are eternally grateful for the love and support that you have shown us over the last 3 years, and we will never ever forget it. Perhaps next year, and in the years to come, Stephen and I will once again be standing on the streets with all of you, watching the parade go by, warmed by the late August sun in this beautiful city. I hope so. Perhaps we will watch as another American ambassador marches on Vesterbrogade, waving American and Danish flags as we have done the last 3 years. I hope so. Perhaps on this stage we will watch ambassadors from the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and Africa address us all about the fight for equality. I hope so. I hope because we've seen change happen, and quickly. As President Obama said at this year's White House Pride reception, quote, "Despite our differences and the many complicated issues that we grapple with, real change is possible. Minds change, hearts open, American and the world shifts." And if the past few years have taught us anything, it's that people who love their country can change it. What a beautiful thing. Very little about the future I know for certain. I don't know what I'll be doing a year from today or where we will be living. But this much, yeah, absolutely. But this much I do know. We will forever consider ourselves part of this family. Regardless of where you are, we will be marching with you. We will be standing shoulder to shoulder with you, just as you have done for us. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We love you. A happy Pride.